Yo, what's up guys? I made it to my 50th birthday. I can't believe it. I didn't think I would get here. I've had so many wild times and I've celebrated really hard over those years. So much so, I didn't think I was ever gonna get to 50, yeah, or even 20 or 30 sometimes. Because I had such an epic celebration yesterday, I had to share it because I've celebrated the passing of each decade monumentously, and I've partied with, you know, all the outlaws, all my brothers, all the gangsters, all the strippers, the thugs, everything. And I want to talk to you about it today. I want to talk to you about how things have changed over the years and how I actually topped all of those years with yesterday's birthday. Sound good? Cool. Well, I've had my coffee. And I had an amazing birthday coffee, so thank you to my amazing partner who bought me a coffee. And if you want to buy me a coffee or a smoothie for my birthday, or just, you know, for any reason, because I'm a cool guy, whatever, you can head to my Buy Me a Coffee. The links are down below. Go buy me a coffee for my birthday. I appreciate it always, and I'll keep talking like this, because this is me on coffee. So, birthday celebrations, let's talk about it. You know, everyone celebrates certain milestones in their lives, birthdays, whatever. Now, growing up in New Zealand, it was a bit of a dark, depressing place, and I was born in the middle of winter. Ugh. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah, great. So when it came to celebrating my birthday, I wasn't really keen. I could never go out and do things. I couldn't, you know, have parties outdoors or anything like that because it was freezing cold and no one wanted to come to my birthday parties because it was cold. Well, that's what I reckon anyway. Having my birthday in the middle of winter actually attributed to a lot of my depression, my seasonal affective disorder. So I pretty much gave up on celebrating my birthday when I was in New Zealand. Growing up, I didn't even have a 21st. I was actually working as an escort driver at that time, so I just kept working all night. I was like, whatever, you know. Friends want to come and have a drink with me at the parlour where I worked? Great, no problem. It wasn't until I actually went overseas and celebrated my 25th birthday in Salt Lake City with my bro Josh and all my fam there, and just had the most incredible night. It was wild. Thanks to all the girls at $1 Million Saloon too. Sorry for anything I did, I can't quite remember. Now that's actually going to be a recurring theme too, the memory loss. After that, I was like, man, this is amazing. Finally, I get to celebrate a birthday, you know, and have a good time, nursing a hangover, but whatever, you know. And it was also warm because for the first time, my birthday was in summer. I was in North America. Like, yeah, the seasons are different. So, this is great. So after that, I made a promise to myself. Every year for my birthday, I want to be somewhere warm, you know, and every year I'm going to celebrate. But I also wanted to celebrate the passing of the big milestones, you know, the decades, the 30s, the 40s, and now the 50s. When it came to my 30th birthday, now I'd been hanging around with the MC for a couple of years already, and I've become really good friends with the Gold Coast chapter. Now, the president knew that my 30th birthday was coming up. We've been talking about it, and he's like, bro, let's have it at the clubhouse. Yeah, we'll throw you a big party, you know, open bar girls, a whole lot. It'd be an awesome night, you know. And I'm like, yeah, let's do that. And we did, and it was an epic night. Yeah, there was a lot of marching powder, and, you know, we all had fun, and one night turned into three, and I can't remember much of it after the first night. You know, that, like I said, becomes a recurring theme. Celebrated that, you know, and the next couple of years are a little bit quiet. So after my 30th, I thought, you know what, yeah, that was pretty cool. I'll chill out for a little bit. And I started hanging out with the skinhead gang that I talked about. So one of the gang brothers was 20 hours older than me, you know, like literally. He said to me, yo, man, having a birthday in winter really sucks, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're in Australia, dude. It's not much of a winter. But anyway, I was like, let's have a combined party. Let's have some fun. Let's get some dancing girls and have a great night. You know, get the brothers here and have my place, and it'll be awesome. And I set it all up, and it was, you know, it started out as a great night. We had the dancing girls, we had fun, everyone was having laughs, you know. Then the girls left, and then everyone started getting drunk. So unfortunately with these guys, they just don't know how to have a normal good time. You know, they're so entrenched in this hatred and anger. When they get drunk, they just sit there and start talking crap and blah, 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 and talking about their past and getting all worked up. I went to bed at 11 o'clock that night because these guys were just fully into it, just talking about the past, and they were there till 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, gee, you guys don't know how to celebrate properly, you're boring. So when it came to my 34th birthday, now this is a bit of a pivotal one for me anyway. I started tattooing when I was 17, so half my life I've been tattooing. I need to celebrate this, and I don't want to celebrate it with those guys, man. They're boring. I wanted to have some real fun the way I knew how. Yeah. Cocaine, whiskey, and cigar evening with all my tattoo buddies and my wife and my friends and none of the gang guys, that's for sure. And it was an awesome night. I had a great night. It was wild, lot of laughs, you know, until my mate tried to box on with the body piercer at 3 o'clock in the morning. But hey, you know, alcohol, drugs, stupidity, yeah, they don't go well together. But hey, it was fun anyway. So my next monumentous birthday, of course, was my 40th birthday. And I'd been out of the gang for about a year and a half, 2 years, I think, at that stage now. I was still in that party life though. I still, you know, back to the MC days, you know, partying, nose candy, you know, having lots of fun. So I thought that's how you celebrate, that's how you do it, you know. So my 40th, I thought, I'm gonna have to top all those ones. How am I gonna do that? Okay. I was heading to Vegas anyway.
You want me to go to Las Vegas at once?
And one of my friends from Australia, who's a dominatrix and stripper and, you know, a bit of a party girl, she was coming over to join me. So I was like, hey, let's get a hotel room in Vegas for a few nights and I'll get some of the old marching powder and well, it was a great time. And she's like, yeah, let's do that. And we did. We got messed up. You know, I got a half an ounce of this white stuff. We started in. We had plans to go out. I had reservations at Gordon Ramsay's Burger in Vegas.
You don't!
I got so messed up. I passed out. I slept through it. I didn't know what was going on, what day I was in, nothing. My friend had to drag me into the shower at 5 o'clock one morning because she looked over and I was slumped there just overheating. That's how you celebrate a birthday. So yeah, my 40th was wild. It was just, no, man, I'm not going to even bother topping that. And of course, after a few years, you know, I had, you know, my changes, you know, I went through everything and, you know, the birthday seemed less and less important, you know, and I definitely didn't want to celebrate that way anymore. Well, I kind of did, but no, I can't really do it that way anymore. You know, I'm getting older, so, and the last 5 years, I've been in New Zealand. You know, I've been celebrating my birthdays there, which, again, cold weather, not the best to celebrate with. The only thing that made it worthwhile was my amazing partner who I get to celebrate with because her birthday's and just like 9 days after mine. So, hey, happy birthday for this week coming up, baby. When it came to my 50th, oh man, I didn't even know what I was gonna do. And I ended up in Thailand, you know, and the timing wasn't perfect, you know. I mean, ended up that I was here for my birthday, which is great, you know. Again, in a warm climate, fantastic, woohoo. So how did I celebrate? How did I celebrate my 50th to top all of that? It had to be epic, yeah? And it was incredible. And I'm gonna tell you why. So yesterday's celebration, oh my gosh, it was amazing. I spent the morning talking to my incredible partner. That started my day off right. I went and had an amazing lunch, you know, meditated and all that good stuff. But I decided I wanted to do something completely different to what I've always done. Those parties, all those parties, is consumption of drugs and alcohol and the flesh and you name it, everything. It was just over the top. Well, there's only one way I can top that, and that's to go sober. Yeah, sober. Now, I know you're all thinking, hang on, aren't you sober already? And look, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do narcotics. I occasionally have beers at dinner. I stopped drinking back when I was 17. But my biggest addiction at the moment is cannabis. Yeah, cannabis. And I know I've talked about it a lot on my channel. I've done reviews, everything, blah, blah, blah. And I've said all along that I'm a medicinal cannabis user. And I am, about 10% of the time. I am a recreational cannabis user, and I have been for the last few years. Especially once I learned to meditate and be mindful and have all these practices to help alleviate the symptoms that I use cannabis for. I've just become lazy. I have become absolutely lazy, and I've used it as a crutch, mostly with my mental health over the last couple of years, especially. Living in New Zealand, the depression got really bad for me, and I found it hard to maintain a good mindfulness practice and meditate and spiritual practice and all that good stuff. I found it really difficult, and so I turned to cannabis all the time. It just became a burden for me. It no longer became medicinal. You know, I have insomnia, yes, absolutely, but I know after, after meditating for a good while, I'll sleep anyway. So for those reasons, I decided I need to stop smoking cannabis. It's really detrimental. I'm in a constant state of brain fog, and my partner, who is actually a medicinal cannabis user because she has narcolepsy, does really benefit her and helps her amazingly. I'm so blown away by it. She has a real need for it. I don't. I really don't. So now is my opportunity to really just take a step forward in my life and do the things I feel I need to do in my life to help me to grow and progress and just live a better life. I know I've taken long breaks from cannabis in the past. A few years ago, I took almost 7 months off and everything improved for me. I also didn't have a single anxiety attack in that entire 7 months. I had almost zero anxiety. So I know that when I am smoking heavily, I am unable to manage my anxiety because I'm just in a constant green cloud all the time. And it doesn't benefit me anymore, and I've been wanting to just take a break or get away from it for the longest time because I know it is doing this to my mental health. And so yesterday, my birthday, it's the first day in almost a year that I have not consumed cannabis. And I am so incredibly proud of myself for doing that because it's one day at a time. I know that with everything, and I have taken breaks before, as I've said, but only with the intention of taking a break. I want to live a sober life. I want to just experience life in all its beautiful natural glory. Don't get me wrong, I'll never stop being a proponent for cannabis. I think it is the most incredible plant on the planet. It is so beneficial in so many ways, and hopefully one day there may be a time where I can actually use it properly for ritual or for medicine or whatever it's meant to be intended for. But at the moment, for me, it's just become a burden, and that's it. I can't do it anymore. So yesterday, I focused on my meditation, I focused on my breathing, and just did everything I could that I knew to help me through the day, and I got through it. And I got through it with the help of so many amazing people, including my incredible partner, who I couldn't do all this without. Onwards and upwards for me, 50th birthday done and dusted, in the bag, the most epic of celebrations because I get to remember it all. I get to remember everything I did. I get to remember everything I saw, and I get to remember all the love that I received from you, and that is what really means the most to me. So thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything. I'm going to go head off now. It's actually Sunday, and I haven't even edited this film, and it's going live in a few hours. So, hey, but also stick around after. I have a live stream tonight. Yes, Rising Stars, all these guys here at the Muay Thai camp have been training for the last few weeks for their first ever Muay Thai fight, and I'm going to live stream it on my channel tonight. 6 p.m. Indochina time, which is about 11 p.m. New Zealand time. It is live streamed, but it will be available on my channel for all to see. So check it out if you can. If you're still awake and you want to see some cool Muay Thai fights, I'd appreciate it, and I'll be there commentating and all that good stuff. And as always, if you want to keep supporting me and the channel, you can buy me a coffee or a smoothie. Generally smoothies these days, but head down to the link below. You can buy me a coffee or two, and it'd be much appreciated. And if you want to buy merchandise like t-shirts, stickers, bags, anything like that, it's how I actually earn a living at the moment, is through my merchandise and through my Buy Me a Coffee. So you'd definitely be supporting me and be wearing some cool stuff. So hey, go check it out. All the links are in the description below. But if you really want to support the channel, all you need to do is just give this video a big like, subscribe if you haven't already. Wait, you should be subscribed. And hit the little bell to get notified of new videos coming out, which will be Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. New Zealand time, as always. But have a great day, everyone. And if you're celebrating a birthday, and I know, Brett, you are tomorrow, happy 50th, brother. Happiest birthday to you all, and I hope you have an amazing celebration and you celebrate it the way you want, and it's in a positive, loving, caring way. Blessings to you all. Peace out, y'all.